Tonio Burton has just said he's going to Dubai and he's going to destroy, absolutely annihilate Baruz Tabani. Hey, Tonio, those are strong words. I mean, we understand you're very confident, and you won the Legion Sports Festival. That was a very dominant performance. But Chris and I are just taken. You're going to destroy and annihilate Baruz Tabani in Dubai. Is that correct?
We're not going down there, just for fun. Like, I've always wanted to visit Dubai, but it ain't just to, participate. We coming to take over.
Hey, Chris, you were there. You were doing the commentating at the Legion Sports Festival. I was the head judge, and I thought everybody looked great. But at the same time, it was possibly the most dominant performance of the year. I have not judged a show or done any analysis of a show that was so dominant for one competitor. Tonio had this show won from the beginning to the end.
Yes, Tonio could have had one of those one and done old school style Olympias when the returning champion is so dominant that you just have him come out for one round, sit him to the side, and then that's it for the rest of the night. It was that far ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, I it crossed my mind, but then the internet would go crazy. They're
He
like, why don't we have
done? He should have not even had a sweat on his body.
No, the internet goes crazy. Whatever you do nowadays, they scrutinize. And at the same time, I wanted to have Tonio posing so he would get some practice, but he looked incredible. Amazing. Well, everybody is practicing posing right there, right?
Yeah.
For the big show.
I talked to the competitors that got 8th, 9th, and 10th place, and I said, listen, obviously it's not the placing you want to get. You want to win the show, but you're better because of this show, right? You're going to the next show with more experience. Tonio, I got to be honest. This is the best physique, especially from the back, the thickness from the back, the V-taper, the conditioning, the small waist. What led you to best performance of your life?
Honestly, we took that break, and we had a lot of people saying that we wouldn't be able to sit out a year and come back better. Who do we think we are, Dexter Jackson or whatever, So we had a lot of doubt going into it. So that lit a fire, and not doing the Olympia like I wanted to. I knew we needed to put on that size, so it was just for Legion. We're just gonna come out and like swinging for for the fences. So I feel like we did that. It's not enough for people to, start putting respect in our name, but that'll come after Dubai.
Tonio, I know how I would do things, but when you're so far in shape and there's a plethora of shows around you, what stops you from just taking out everybody in the whole IVB scene? Like, what makes you not do the California, not do a show, the next show right after that week or whatever? What makes you just hold back? And
I think this year it was one of those ones where we went on off season, and I wanted to make sure we put on enough size and held on to enough of the muscle that we put on, and stick to the plan that we had, which was Legion as soon as they moved it up. And to come in the best we could for that show, and then what we choose to do after, we'll just come even better than Legion, which I don't plan on turning off, the gas after this one either.
So go ahead, Chris. Sorry.
I was going to say, you get scrutinized a lot. I don't know how you take my criticism of you. I know you'd be like, man, forget that guy, man. But I just think when you do come with some of those things that I'm talking to you about, I think people see your greatness. How do you feel about being criticized by some of the older guys or some of the stuff that I personally say about you?
No, when it's coming from, you guys who have done it and, who do it, I take that in. I was always taught to listen more than you speak, and especially to your elders. And you guys are experienced. I'm still new to this. So just like when you were talking about with the side tricep after prejudging,
Oh yeah,
finals, we came back different with it.
yeah,
I don't take stuff like that hard because it's looking out for my best interest. So I wouldn't get upset about that.
man, and that made a difference, didn't it?
Right.
Right. Good.
Here you go again, trying to sell your services, Chris.
I'm,
I mean, unbelievable.
I'm trying to help the next generation. You're just trying to
Can't do
criticize.
one live without you plugging
yeah.
in your services. Dude, why don't you go ahead and give your website? Go ahead and give your website.
No.
You are so peculiar. Looking at your picture, looking at your pictures, it looks like the legs have also gotten bigger. Was that a point of focus, especially the quads?
Yeah. So when before I pulled out of Olympia, and I talked to Tyler about what happened with New York, and he was just telling me he just wants more thickness in my legs. And I talked to Sandy, and she said the same thing, but make sure you keep your conditioning. And so I told Tyler, all right, we're going to pull from Olympia and try to grow. And then he told me, don't chase a number on the scale, just, compliment what you have already. So, I mean, the goal was just to grow everywhere.
That's what's up. I mean,
Well,
go
Chris,
ahead.
I have a question for you.
Yeah. Let's talk.
Does he remind you a little bit of a Dexter Jackson?
Yeah. That's why I want him to just play his own game, do his own thing. Don't worry about how big other people is, and just do what's going to look great on his physique. And I think that's what he's. I think he's settling into the look that he wants to have and wants to obtain. Tonio, I was up close with you the other day, and I'm just looking around. I'm seeing some battle scars from this motorcycle deal. Have you learned your lesson from that? Or are you still rolling around on the motorcycle?
Not well. Right now, I have a slingshot, which is the one with it's weird. It's like a motorcycle slash car, but it's two wheels in the front, one in the back. So that's for right now. I don't think I'll get on a bike until after I'm done after I'm done bodybuilding.
Okay, all right.
So you were riding your motorcycle and you fell?
I got hit by a car.
Oh yeah, I heard something about. Was that in Reno?
Yeah, it was the day before Legions last year.
It's only like 4
Asteroid
nights
this
in
year.
Cold City. I mean, how did you get hit? How'd you get hit?
I was it was a car pulling out of a parking lot. They were trying to beat traffic, and they turned too early and hit the front of my bike. Yeah,
So, was it last year then?
yeah. Right before Legion, it was right after check-ins.
Oh my God! Did you sustain a lot of injuries?
No, just third-degree burns.
Oh, wow! And so that was last year at Legions, right?
Yeah.
After check-ins, you competed last year, right?
No, I didn't do Legions last year. We went off-season. We did because
Okay.
we put out of Olympia.
That would have gone viral if you had gone on stage with some burns and everything.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that spray.
What a warrior!
Stand on it.
The internet wants right now just viral content.
Right.
Bodybuilder goes on stage with 3-degree burn, wins the show, half of his body burned. Well, hold on. So, no, nothing. You didn't break anything. You didn't do anything.
Nah, no breaks, fractures, tears, sprains, nothing.
Gee, and you're wearing a helmet. You had protection.
Yeah, just a helmet and gloves.
Wow, that's impressive. If you didn't have any muscle, you would probably gotten hurt. I'm assuming, right?
Oh yeah. How far I slid, like there was because I got up and I started walking back down to the crash. That's how far I went away from it. And people were pulling up to me. They were like, "If you didn't have all that muscle, dude, you wouldn't be here no more."
We got here one of our fans, Raw Results. He's donating $2 to improve your injuries. So thank you so much, Raw Results. We have a donation here. Now, Tonio, I have a you're going to Dubai, right?
Yeah.
Prize money is 140,000.
Right.
That's for first place. What's the prize money for second place?
I believe it's 50 or 60.
50 or 60. Let me hear. I'll go in the Barus Tabani is there. I don't think you would be going there. I know you. I know you very well. I don't think you would be going there if you didn't believe you're going to beat him.
Right.
What poses do you think you can beat him?
What poses?
Yeah.
I'll give him the side shots, but anything head on, back, I think my shape is better. I've been watching him from his last shows, previous years, and he doesn't hold his poses. He shakes a lot, and stamina isn't all that great either. So outposing him will be definitely something that I'll point out.
Well, you got the definition. You seem to have a stronger hold on your personal life. Your everything is looking like the stars are aligning for you. I met your son backstage. He's been training some time with you. Is that I just feel like this is now. I think you can shine this year. I think this is going to be your best competitive year. I know you look different and look better, but I'm just saying it just seems like you got a different aura about you when I was around you.
Oh yeah, it was just one of those years where, well, one of those preps where it was just really just locked in and focused on what the task at hand. No distractions, nothing in the way.
Now, Tonio, I see here the prize money for Dubai is $140,000 for the winner, $50,000 second place, third place $25,000. Obviously, Barus Tabani is going to be there, and now we got news that you're going to be there. That's turning out to be an awesome show. I would love to see both of you guys there.
You got Nathan DeAsher. You got Rubio.
Nathan is going there too.
Yeah.
Yo.
And Nexzilla is going there.
Right.
Yeah.
And
there's some other guys too. I don't remember his name, but he's black dude, massive.
Oh yeah.
I was like, he looks like a freak too.
Yeah, I mean,
what guy?
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, Tonio. You look good on the Instagram, right? You also look good on the stage. Not everybody looks good on both. So,
right.
I'm just saying, some of the people.
Who are you guys referring to?
I don't remember his name. I've never even heard of him before.
Where is he from?
Dubai. See, from Dubai.
Yeah, I was like, he's somewhere from over there. Yeah, I think Bodybuilders Without Borders just posted him.
Yeah, it's pretty. He's gained a lot of weight. I think he used to be a classic physique competitor before.
Oh shit!
I think so, and then he went up to the open. It just slipped in my mind right now his name, but he's affordable. He's stronger from the front than the back. So I mean, you're a lot more developed than that. So I think he still needs some time to balance his physique out. That's what I think.
Got you.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Like your back has improved, Tonio. Your legs improved a lot in definition and size. Your abs improved because I was checking out that factor. So now it's controlling everything from each pose, stand firm from one pose to the next. That's another thing you have to do is when you're doing your transitions, you do a transition, but stay firm. The core is firm, the legs is firm, drop into your next pose, hit the next pose. So that's some of the things about perfecting your posing or mastering the stage. That's what you want to do next.
Got you. I was like, yeah, I'm always listening to those tips.
Everything's locked in. They should be dropping some donations on that dime I just left.
I'm curious. You mean Bodybuilding Without Borders on IG?
Yeah, I think it was in that post. Then we're no, it wouldn't have been buys and tries.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow. I gotta check it out. I'm surprised. Chris, you don't know his name?
Not offhand, but I know who he's talking about.
Why? I'm surprised. So Nexzilla is doing that show, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have Nexzilla's phone number, Chris?
Yeah.
Can you tell him not to dance?
What?
Just give him a call and tell him not to dance on stage again.
I'll be out there. I'm flying out there on the 19th.
I mean, come on. That dance last year, for that matter.
Okay, but for his defense, it was no real routines. So they was just playing music because the DJ fell off the stage and hurt himself. So so he wasn't able to do your personal routine. So he was just playing music and people just going out there.
Don't try to cover up for him. If you are 300 pounds,
you never leave the house. So
300 pounds, if you're 300 pounds full of muscle, you don't dance like you're in a dance studio at Sex in the City. You hit 13.
Oh, he's trying to find himself.
Okay.
Times. He's gonna be on stage like 4 or 5 times. Relax.
Hit 12, 13 most musculars and get off the stage. Do not shake your ass like you're in a carnival in Brazil. I was watching it and I was cringing. I thought to myself, I'm concerned for Steve Weinberger's health. Steve has been judging for 40 years. He travels across the world, and now he sees a 300-pound man dancing like he is wearing a Speedo in Brazil.
You be quiet.
So can you give him a call and talk to him?
Yeah, yes. Can you just?
I love Rubiel Mosquera. Usted dos mejores atletas de fisiculturismo el todo mundo. Por favor, no bailas más. Por favor. That's my request to Rubiel Mosquera.
No for dancing.
So we got Rubiel, we got Nathan Diasha, we got Barus Tabani. Have you competed against Nathan Diasha?
No, I've never competed against any of them.
Wow, yeah, big trash talker. Love Nathan, but he's a fiery competitor. We got Rubiel, we got Barus Tabani, and there's rumors here, Tonio, that Martin Fitzwater, he did not like my Olympia news. In my Olympia news, I said if Tonio Burton was in Pittsburgh, he would be fighting with Martin Fitzwater for third place. Apparently, I got rumors that Martin Fitzwater was not happy with that statement, and he said, now that Tonio Burton is going to Dubai, I'm going to Dubai to take him down. Do you welcome that battle with Martin Fitzwater?
When they said that it was a rumor that he was going, I commented and I said, "This is the lineup I want. Count me in."
Because that's a hell of a Chris. Let's lose some followers. If Tony was would he have beaten Martin Fitzwater with the physique of Legion?
Oh yeah, what I brought compared to what he brought to Pittsburgh, there wouldn't have been no fight for third. That would have been mine.
Yeah.
Chris, look at the camera and say
it. Yes, but say yes.
But say the whole sentence.
What?
Say the whole sentence. Say,
Burton would have beat on my ass. Mark's gonna be trying to text me, talking shit.
He's all talk. That's all he does is talk.
Wow.
Well, we have it here. Tonio Burton is making a solid statement. If I was in Pittsburgh, I would have beaten Martin Fitzwater. Is that correct, Tonio?
Right. 100%.
Listen, Tonio's physique at the Legion Sports Festival was dominant. I don't think anybody would dispute that. But if you guys go to Dubai, there'll be a hell of a battle.
Oh yeah, I would love to see that one.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Tonio at the Legion, man. I wasn't expecting all of that, but because I'd see the stuff on Instagram, but a lot of times it don't translate to the show. And at that time it translated to the show for sure. That was a good one, brother.
And
appreciate you.
I called Rafael Brandão. He's from Brazil. And I said, Rafael, if Tonio Burton comes down to Brazil with the physique that he brought at the Legions, the only thing you're going to be seeing is him getting a trophy because he looked incredible. Rafael was pissed off and he said, I'm coming after Tonio Burton at the Olympia, Tarek.
Oh yeah, I haven't forgot about him either. he got one up on me, so I'm after him right now. But yeah, him and Martin, I definitely want their heads too. So
now, Tonio, you're very friendly with the guys you compete, and Patrick Moore was there, and Patrick said, Tonio looked awesome. It was great to pose next to him. Obviously he was the winner. How do you see a guy like Patrick? He didn't have a good showing in California, right? He was the first one to tell everybody, I did not do well in California. That was not my best. But he comes into the Legions and he surprises everybody. And all of a sudden he's posing next to you. And I know you guys are close. Tell me a little bit about seeing a guy that has, recovered, right?
Right. Now I give Pat all his credit. He did Cal. Well, I mean, even before that, people were counting him out to where he'll post a picture and people already tell him, just because you got rid of the tattoos doesn't mean anything. And he overcame all that. He had a lot of noise going into it as far as static in his ear, and he ignored it all. And he did what he did. He brought it to Legion. So it's cool actually seeing him, come from where he placed at Cal to being second at Legion.
Yeah, but did you also think about him coming from a serious injury, yourself coming from a serious injury, and he didn't do it at the Cal, but he came back and answered the bell by making it to the Legion and turning around within 12 to 14 pounds weight loss from the previous week, which was that's some old school style competition stuff there. I mean, just thinking about him being hurt, that Achilles injury he had the rumble from the jungle at the gym, getting ready for the other show, and all of that, man. Just like, man, you could just see, like, you got to do nothing but feel good for those type of guys.
Oh yeah, and I've always been a fan of Pat too. I think it was 2020 Olympia is when my first time actually meeting him, and I made sure to get a picture with him. I still have it.
Yeah. That's what's up. Did you ever get a picture with Tarek?
With Tarek?
Yeah, no.
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, keep talking trash, Chris. Keep talking.
I was just wondering. I was very curious to know that.
Keep talking trash, Chris. I have a video here, Tonio, that him and I scrambled at the hotel. And this guy was begging for his life, dude.
Hey, you got to see the whole tape, though, because I gave him a little that little inside uppercut.
Yeah,
you got to see that. So you got Big Rami on.
No, I'm trying to get a presentation of Tonio Burton here.
You be a little bit more professional.
Just bear with me here, guys. I'm trying to get the video of Tonio Burton competing, hitting his poses. Tonio, if you had to point out, I think your back double biceps is the most improved one. But if you had to point out one area that still kind of, you feel like you need to get better, what would it be?
Hamstrings and chest.
Well, Tonio.
Yeah, the chest here could be a little bit bigger.
Chest. But how old are you again?
33.
33. All right. So you're going to be close to your best of your best another 2 years.
I thought this back double biceps was sick, dude. Look at that V taper.
Oh, yeah. Were you worried at any point in the show, Tonio, not knowing what everybody looked like? Did you have to ask, what is everybody else looking like?
When I got off stage?
Yeah.
Nah.
No.
Just seeing everybody backstage. I mean, remember, a lot of these people competed, a week or two before.
Right.
And I watched all those shows too. So, I mean, I knew the conditioning we were bringing to where I could have jumped in those shows as well and been most conditioned. So I wasn't too worried about what anybody else was bringing.
Okay. It looks good, man.
Tonio Burton is a great bodybuilder. I mean, look at that. We talk about beautiful lines, small waist, the glutes are striated, the calves, the legs. Look at the flaring quads. Maybe I agree with you, Tonio, just a little bit more chest, a little bit more upper chest, right, Chris?
Right.
Yeah, upper chest.
What would you recommend, Chris, for him on the side shots going against Baruz Tabani? Maybe Baruz is a bigger guy on the side. What would you recommend to him?
Recommend to him as far as exercise or
No, posing.
posing? I mean, doing just like you're doing, but like at that side chest, I probably, you kind of like stand here in that pose right here, but I'd kind of like to flare and kind of like bring my chest upward and upward and do this position through here. Just give yourself a little and open up that right shoulder. Just open up that pec a little bit. Just pull back that shoulder a little bit and let that all open up and pick it up a little higher instead of just being like happy with where you're at right there.
Got you.
You can kind of manipulate your body right there, almost like a barrel chest.
Put some more width there. I see it.
Yeah. You got to pick up more real estate right there. It's going to help you in that pose.
Chris, the shoulder, the arm, and the quads, they look insane. I mean, that is first call out of the Olympia. The shoulders, the arms, and the quads. If we can get a little bit more of a hamstring, hanging hamstring right here, and we have a little bit more fullness on the chest, we're talking about one of the best side chests in the business. Because look at the quads coming out and the shoulders and the arms.
I like the definition in the leg. I think the leg is kind of fine for me, but I would just like to get a little bit more out of the chest in this pose. Straight from the back. Straight from the back is where you want the thickness in the hamstring, but I think they look fine from the side.
Let's check the side triceps here. Do you like the side triceps, Chris?
Well, this is the
yeah, that's a prejudging one.
Yeah, so this is the one that when I was telling him, I wanted him to make sure he suck that lower part of the stomach in by the belly button, and I like how he turned to the clockwise a little bit there, and I would also bring that wrist towards the crowd more, like almost sitting on top, on front of that hip right there, instead of kind of behind your back like that.
Towards the judges.
Yeah, toward the judges. Gotcha. And then you can still keep it that same position, but if you can do that and with that small waist and get that little bit back, that back shoulder involved a little bit, I think that's going to do you a whole nother dynamic in this pose. So if you look at where your trunks are, if that waist is a little bit smaller there and a little bit more of that back shoulder involved, that's a whole nother dimension to this pose for you. And that's going to beat a lot of guys in the sport.
Got you.
Another time. Bing, assist.
Tonio Burton is a great bodybuilder. I mean, going into the Olympia with this physique, Tonio is a great bodybuilder. Tonio, talk to me about your coach. It looks like you guys have been together for a long time. You didn't deviate. You didn't go get new coaches. Have you been together with your coach since your amateur years?
No, so I actually got with Justin 23 Olympia for that prep. So yeah, we're still new, whatnot. But I mean, we talk every day, all day about everything. So it's just I don't know, one of those good relationships you have with your coach, so he can be open and he's straight up with me, doesn't sugarcoat anything, and he tells me what I don't want to hear. So I think that's what works. Never says, okay, we're on point, we look good. It's always, okay, we could dig a little deeper. So, I mean, it just makes you push a little harder. So
that's what's up.
And you train by yourself? Do you have a workout partner?
Oh, yeah. No, so the gym I work out at, Diamond Gym, we just put it out here in Reno. But usually I train by myself. But the way everyone is there, if they see you slacking, they're going to come talk to you, make you push a little bit harder, add some more resistance to the weight. So I think that's also what helped with a lot of my growth as well.
Have you ever trained with Chris Cormier?
Nah.
No, he has not.
That's what I just said.
Why are you boycotting Chris, Tony?
I was reiterating that. I'll just reiterate. No, he has not. No, I hit him up and I say, hey, man, do you ever want to get down and do some stuff? I'm always here. So he knows that. So if he ever wanted to do that, he knows what to do.
Yeah, no, I think especially on hamstrings, Chris, you would be a huge help for him. Now, you won the Legion Sports Festival. There was Toronto after that, right?
Yeah.
Did it ever cross your mind going there? Because you would have been facing Regan Grimes and Sas Harati. A lot of people would think, Tonio might be the favorite to win this one. Did it ever cross your mind to go there?
Nah. Just because we were already planning to buy after Legion, and to go from Legion to there, then try to come back here to shoot to Dubai, I was just that's a lot.
Yeah, I think I already asked you that question, but go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's kind of like what like Sass did. After he did was it Cal? He took a week or two off, or 2 weeks off, and he came back even better. So I mean, I have that same thought going into Dubai.
Very cool. And you're shooting to Dubai on Saturday.
Yeah, leave Saturday, get there Sunday, all day travel.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it Las Vegas? You guys going down to Vegas first, or Phoenix? Where? Dallas?
I believe I go from Reno to Chicago or something like that, or to New York or something, and then from New York to Dubai.
Yeah. Very good. Chris, you've been to Dubai many times.
Yeah.
If you were to advise Tonio Burton about the weather, about the place, what would be your advice for him in order to make his prep, his final days prior to the show, more comfortable?
Well, on the trip over there, I wouldn't be eating any carbohydrates. I'd be guzzling water. Once you get past security, get a shitload of water that you can drink, so you can drink the whole flight as much as you can, because you want to be running back and forth to the bathroom and just taking out water as much as possible as you are going. Once you get there, it's going to be a little humid. It's a little humid out there. It's a little warm, little humid. The humidity, I don't know how your body affects, if that affects your look at all. I'd be staying indoors as much as possible, unless until you gotta get to the place. I don't know where you're staying or whatever thing, but if you're staying close enough, there's actually they got a different place now. Okay, so here's the thing: are you gonna buy your food over there?
Yeah.
You're gonna buy. Do you have a meal company or something like that?
Nah.
They do have a protein house, and they all deliver it right straight to your hotel.
Oh wow. Okay.
Protein house, and I don't know what day you getting there, like a week or so ahead of time, or?
Yeah, I'll get there Sunday.
Sunday. Okay, so they do have the Oxygen gym there that just opened up. They do have Beano's, that one. So they do have that, but they also have good food places inside these gyms. And but like I said, if you want something delivered to you, you can tell them exactly how you want it. I would hit a protein house with that one.
Okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
Yeah, it's 100 degrees. It's 100 degrees all around. So
humidity, though.
I just checked the weather. You're going to be arriving in Dubai, and all the days you spend there, it's going to be 100 degrees. I'm surprised there's humidity, Chris.
Oh yeah, it's humid there, brother. And it's way more humid in Abu Dhabi. It's way more humidity there, but it's definitely humid there.
And do you know the venue that he's competing?
I'm not sure this year, because I've been to the one they had a couple years ago. Well, if it's the same one, then that's a nice venue right there, and they'll have food backstage also. They have a protein house booth backstage, and you can buy stuff freshly right there too.
Very nice.
Oh,
very
that's
nice.
cool.
It's a nice little touch like that.
Is your first time going abroad, Tonio?
No, I did Arnold, Brazil.
Oh, yeah. That's when you and Rafael got in a beef there.
Yeah, that's when he became my best friend.
Well, it looks like you're heading to Dubai, and it looks like it's turning out to be a battle. If we had to pick the favorites, obviously Last year, Bruce Tabani won. Now you win the Legion Sports Festival in a convincing fashion. But we cannot forget Nathan Diasha. Nathan Diasha has won more than 10 pro bodybuilding events. So you cannot disregard this guy. And he poses like an animal. I know Nathan. I think I've judged when maybe 2 or 3 shows that he's won. And then we have Rubiel Mosquera, who has committed not to dance on stage anymore.
So he might be tough to beat.
We hope he just hits most musculars. Even if the music doesn't come, he hopes. And then there's the speculation that Martin Fitzwater might be there. So, Chris, if Martin is there, Rubiel is there.
I don't think he's there, though.
Tonio is there. Baruz is there. Nathan is there. Give me the top 5 of the Dubai show.
Oh my God, shut up. So stupid.
What is the problem?
You give me the top 5. You know, who do you think?
I might be judging.
Name the top 5 right there.
We might get calls, and you never know. That's why in my contract, I can never make picks. But you're the analyst. You're the expert.
I'm not
Go ahead and give me the top 5 of the Dubai Pro.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't have a list in front of me. Or what,
I'm giving you the names. Tonio Burton, Baruz Tabani.
That's it. How you do it. That's it.
Nathan,
just how you said it's how it's going to go down.
Mascara.
Just how you said it's going to go down just like that.
You're scared. You're scared. Some cats are just born to be scared.
I haven't seen everybody. I haven't seen
that. Change that. Tonio, since you're the competitor, if you had to do a top 5, what's going to happen in Dubai?
So I think me and Beirut's battle out. I get him. Whatever after that is up to Steve.
So you're putting Martin Fitzwater in 3rd place if he's there?
I heard Martin ain't gonna try to show up, but my big thing is I hope he does, because beating Martin, he got what, 4th at Olympia?
Yeah.
That lets it be known right there. I'm in top 5. So this is why I wanted to go against him. He has a lot to lose. I have everything to gain. That's
true. That's true. Martin looked fantastic at the Olympia. We have here somebody here. SMCG say Martin isn't going. If you have information, bring that up for us. Would like to confirm that. And then after Dubai, are you shutting it down to the Olympia, or are you doing another show?
We'll probably shut it down, just to take a break from everything. But it depends on if someone jumps in the show that's close, and we'll go test them too.
Are you chin checker? Are you having a hard time with this diet? Is it easy or just cruising? What is it like to diet for these shows?
Oh shit. It was, I mean, honestly, getting ready for Legion didn't feel like a prep until we got to the end, just because how much I was eating. But then that food drop where some meals I have no carbs, and when I do, it's like 100 grams, 150 grams. So I'm like, man, I just sleep. Because those cravings come, and man, that Pepsi Zero saves my life. So
yeah. I haven't seen your face so sucked and down. I remember
it's crazy how it feels.
I remember the first time I met you, you had a round face. I didn't even know you was gonna speak English to me. I thought you was from some other country. I was like down in San Diego, and I'm like trying to get information from guys. I'm looking at you like, I don't know how to speak to this dude right here. You start speaking normal, like, oh shit, where you from? New Orleans. I'm like, oh shit, okay. Damn fool.
What happened, Chris?
No, I didn't know he spoke English when I met. Because it was backstage. Remember, Terry, remember at that show down? What was that show called? It was the Cal, right?
It was a Cal, yeah.
The Cals that he did. You placed, was it third?
Third.
Yeah, 3rd place. And so I'm just trying to get some information from guys. I'm trying to do the little commentary, with the show. And then next thing, I was just talking to him backstage. I'm like, I was just surprised to hear him speaking English. I was like, damn. Yeah, whatever look you had going, I didn't know what the hell.
Where did you think he was from?
I didn't know. I Europe somewhere, like French, or I don't know what I was about to try to. I don't know what he was doing, man. He was tripping me out. Yeah, he was looking different, man. I was like, damn. He just threw me off with the gold teeth and shit. I was like, whoa.
Tonio, on behalf of the entire Mr. Olympia, we want to apologize for this moment. To all our viewers here, we're not quite sure what Chris Cormier is referring to. But so it looks like Tonio Burton might be heading to another show. It's yet to be seen. Now, heading to the Mr. Olympia, what's the expectation? Obviously, some guys, they have the expectation of winning the show. Some guys, they have the expectation of a top 5. You've been top 10 in the world, right?
Yes.
What are your reasonable, realistic expectations going into the Mr. Olympia?
Top 5.
Top 5.
Yes.
Who's placing with you in the top 5?
Well, it's weird now because travel ban, so I don't know if Hadi comes. So you have Derek, Samson, Hadi, Nick, me. Outside of that is whoever.
Okay, so you have Derek, Nick, Hadi, Samson, and you.
Right.
So you're leaving out Martin Fitzwater. I can see the tension between you and Martin. Have you ever met the guy, or you just don't like him?
Oh, he knows.
Chris,
that's all I can say. He knows.
He knows what it is.
Yeah.
Do you feel the tension here, Chris?
Dude, I'm sweating myself.
I got uncomfortable here for a moment. Oh, we got to bring security backstage or something. Well, guys, on a serious note, Martin Fitzwater and Tonio Burton, they're kind of similar physiques, right? They both have nice lines. They both have great conditioning. And it would be a joy for all of us fans, judges, everybody to see both of them next to each other, especially after what Tonio Burton has done at the Legion Sports Festival, where I believe he was the most convincing winner. We had great winners. Sassad Harati won the Toronto. Regan Grimes won the Cal. Nick Walker won the New York Pro. Derek Lunsford won the Pittsburgh. But so far, the most dominant performance, the guy that came in and it was first from beginning to the end, that was Tonio Burton. So the speculation comes is, how good is Tonio Burton? A lot of people believed he would have been third at Pittsburgh, beating Martin, who is fourth currently on the ranking of the Olympia. Now, Tonio, it seems like you're very dear to the Reno community. When you went on stage, when they interviewed you, you're like the pride of Reno. Like, people embrace you. You came on stage. You're from Reno. People went crazy when you won the show. They showed you a lot of love when you were doing an interview. Talk to me about this relationship with the city, with the people that support you. I feel like some guys, you pay tickets and they don't even know you, but they feel like you're part of their community.
Oh yeah. It's one of those things where, like, I don't know everybody that was there, but they know of me. They see what I do, and they see me out, or they'll even come to the gym, and we'll meet, we'll talk, and I get judged off how I look first. And then once we talk, it's like, oh, damn, this dude he's actually nice, And I think that just draws people in. And then I go to schools and talk to kids. Anytime I'm anywhere and someone has questions, I'll sit and speak with them. Don't matter if I'm working out or, whatever I'm doing. We'll sit and have a conversation. If we're in the gym, I help out everyone. Like, I had the video where I was posing and someone walked into my video and I made them pose. And that one went crazy too. So I don't know. I just talked to everyone. I had a gym, Diamond Gym. They were there. They, behind my back. People who came into town and just people I knew from previous gyms as well. So a lot of them were strangers in a way, but man, the biggest supporters I have.
What's this Diamond Gym like? You keep talking about it pretty highly.
It's it's I would give it the look of like an alpha land, like everything's black. Has a nice, the bright lights. The lighting's great. Everything's great. So that's where Rude Boy and why can't I think of his name right now? Bruno went.
Bruno, yeah.
Yeah, so that's where they were going. But very good gym. Nice people, great people. Everyone talks to everyone.
Hey, Chris.
No one's too good.
They were posing in there?
Do you remember Black Diamond right there by Crenshaw?
Yeah.
You was in the hood, Terry?
I went there a couple of times, right?
One time I asked Chris, I said, let's do some, it was like 2011, 2010. I said, Chris, I'm working Culver City. Let's go to Black Diamond to do some legs. And he straight out bitched out, He's like, no, dude, I'm doing CrossFit right here in Santa Monica. I said, man, that's embarrassing. So smart. The guy used to be hard, you know what I mean, Tony? He was hard. I give him credit. He was hard in the past, but when he told me he was doing CrossFit in Santa Monica, our relationship changed. I still love the guy, but we're not gonna break bread anymore. I have a question here. I have a question for Tarek. Who's qualified for the Olympia, and how deep do you think this year's Olympia lineup will get? I'm guessing 3 or 4 more people will be qualified. Well, let's take a look at the shows that we have left, right? So we got Andrew Jack won FIBO, so he's going to be there. Martin qualified because he won Prague last year. Tonio is in. Now, Tonio brings a good point, the travel ban. Now, I want to make this very clear. We've had travel bans before, and there's an exemption on the travel ban for people that are competing in major sports events. And I know full well that Olympia owner Jake Wood will do everything in his power to bring Hadi and Baruz Tabani to the Mr. Olympia. And we've been able to do that through the help. Hani Rambod was very helpful. And we've been able to do that every year with Hadi. Unfortunately, the situation with Baruz Tabani seems to be different. But obviously, we would like to have both of them. If Baruz Tabani or Tonio Burton win or in Dubai, then we're talking about what? Chicago Pro. We're talking about Tampa and Portugal.
There's one in Germany, the Dennis James show in Germany.
Is that a pro bodybuilding?
Yeah. Chicago got rid of Open, didn't they?
No, he has everything there. He has his show. There's
Texas too.
There's Texas in August.
But who out of the big names has not qualified? So right here, we have
anyone from Brazil?
Hold on, we have in Brazil, I think Rafael qualified.
Rafa qualified last year.
Romania. So we have Ampro Classic this weekend. Then we have Dubai. We have one in China. Then we have Mr. Big Evolution Portugal. Then we have the Chicago Pro. The Chicago Pro says here Masters. I'm sure they have Open. No,
I think they got rid of Open.
Okay,
no Open there. Yeah.
So we're looking at Ampro Classic, Dubai, China, Portugal. That's 4. We're looking at Texas. We're looking at Tampa. That's 6. And then we have one in Italy, September 7th. That's 7. Then we have the Europa Pro Championships. That's 8. Then we have Tsunami Nutrition Showdown in France. That's 9. I mean, I don't know if that qualifies September 27th. But we still have lots of shows. So I think it's going to be deep. Answering here the viewer's question, I think it's going to be very deep. We just got to make sure that everybody qualifying. And there's a good point here. Labrada is not in this year's Olympia. I think Labrada is taking the year off.
Yeah.
And if we look at the Olympia qualified athletes, it looks like a lot of the big names have qualified already, right?
Seems it's a great lineup
Yeah.
already. And it's gonna be deep. I think it's gonna be one of the best Olympia, especially with all the past winners in the competition. At least 4 off the top of my head.
Look at the names that have qualified: Brett Wilkin, Samson, Hadi, Derek, Raphael, Martin, Akeem, Brandon, William Bonak, Vitali, Andrew Jack, Nick Walker, Regan Grimes, Tonio, and Sasan Harati. Obviously, Barus Tabani, we don't know if he's going to win the show or not. But if Tonio wins, he takes away a qualification from Nathan, or any other guys. But so far, I look at very deep lineup. Samson, Hadi, and Nick and Derek are going to be there, right? I think Hadi will make it to the Olympia. I'm very confident about that because he's made it every year despite some travel bans. I think Nick Walker is going to be there. I don't see any of these guys. I know Vitali Gudavito had an injury, but I think he's going to be there as well. Looking at this, Chris, are we missing any of the big names besides Hunter, who's going to take the year off?
Not off the top of my head. I know they got a crew of Germans that's been competing this year, but I don't think they qualified so far.
Yeah, John Jewett, who I judged him. John Jewett, he hasn't qualified yet. Patrick Moore, I think he's going to go for it. Bruno Santos, who took third to Tonio, he qualified last year. He's probably looking for a qualification. Leandro Perez, who got a first call out in Pittsburgh, I think he would be looking for a qualification. I think out of all those guys in Pittsburgh, Leandro Perez, who took 5th in Pittsburgh?
Shit.
It was Krizo. Krizo's not going to be there, right?
Krizo was 4th.
Yeah, I think he's
5th. Was he
5th? Yeah. But Krizo said he's going to take the year off.
No, I think he's going to wait until Prague, maybe.
I was like, there's no way he goes off season.
Yeah. If I were him, I just would have kept going. I don't know why he stopped.
Was his back double why he stopped?
I think he was tired. Yeah, I mean, it needed some more work there. Some of it is the way he posed in it. Some of it is some more added muscle there. But I think that's about it. I don't think he has too much more to work on. Need to improve that posing a lot, though.
Yeah.
What I was going to say. When you see some of these lineups, Antonio, and you see like not many numbers in the open class, do you know, or do you guys say like, hey, we ain't gonna compete this year? Like, what is that like? I mean, are the open guys just taking time off or waiting too long to compete? I used to do anywhere from 8 to 10 to I've done even 12 shows in 1 year before. What is that like? I mean, do you want to compete that much? Do you not want to compete that much? Or why do you think people take so much time off in the open class?
I think they want to save themselves for Olympia is why they do it. We didn't start seeing a lot of competing until Samson did it. And I actually talked to Samson too, and he was telling me because I wanted to do multiple shows. And I asked him about it, and he was just like, man, we don't get to bodybuild forever. You enjoy it, so do it. And if I'm being honest, I think this year we'll, do it this way, whatever. But next year I want to run a few shows, like at least 5 or 6. I just want to go back to back.
Damn.
At the end of the day, when you finish competing, you don't want to look back and be like, man, I could have done a few more shows and I just slacked on it. But those numbers, at the end of your career, the stats, I mean, you want to look at that and be proud of what you did and what you accomplished. So, I mean, if I'm able to do it, I would go for it as long as I'm not tired. But I was doing shows and I was a little tired, and in some shows I sacrificed more conditioning over the others. But as long as you can get as close up to the 80 and 90 percentile of your best, I think that's all you can do is, compete. It's not about a ratio of wins to losses. So you might as well,
Chris,
throw your
I
hat
have a question for you. You've won more than 10 pro shows, right?
Right.
Did you ever win a show that you were like, oh man, I'm not 100% at all?
Yeah.
Like I'm not at my best.
San San Francisco pro, I was 260 pounds. I was a little bit overweight from what I normally compete. I know I didn't look that great. I didn't get any sleep that night before. And I knew I wasn't my best, but I beat everybody on the stage. So I was happy.
Yeah, that's a cool thing to share, because a lot of times people want to show up and say, I'm not at my best. I'm not at my best. Well, sometimes you don't need to be your best to win the show. And they still give you the victory and they still pay you the money.
Yeah.
Right.
So, well, this Tonio Burton, I saw Tonio turning pro at the USA's. Man, he was an incredible physique. I judged Tonio at the Olympia as a 212, and he looked like he was exploding on stage. I said, man, this guy, if he grows one facial hair, he's over 212. He was exploding on stage. Dude, he looked like he was out of breath, like he was getting air out of him, so he would be under 212. Tonio, you're struggling to be 212, huh?
Yeah, I actually didn't make weight. I had to leave and come back to get on the scale.
How much do you compete right now on stage? What weight?
So that's when I was at what 230.
230.
Before that, Cal last year I was like 217.
True, Dexter weight.
230 right there. Yeah, Dexter. It's amazing, he's beating a lot of guys that are, a lot heavier, but I saw Tonio turning a pro. I saw Tonio winning shows, and he's right now a superstar. There's no other way around it.
Don't forget about him. He's gonna be doing
right here, bro. I'm not forgetting about him.
All right,
right here.
Man, you just killed my praise.
Trying to do the praise for the guy, and are you getting paid by Quentin Beastwood?
Who?
You?
Not me.
No.
I'm trying to do my praise here, to Tonio Burton. I'll do it again, Tonio.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, we'll just eliminate you from the live. You've been demoted, Chris. I saw Tonio Burton turning pro at the USA's. He won the light heavy in a great battle with Mike Cleaves, who went on to win the overall, the North Americans. Tonio Burton competed in the 212. He went on to become an open bodybuilder and to win many shows. He's now a superstar in bodybuilding. He's making money. People love him. He's the king of Reno. Tonio, I'll give you the final word. What do you want to say to your fans?
Man, be expecting something better than what you guys seen at Legion. We only get better.
That is Tonio Burton. He's the Legion Sports Festival champion. I want to thank my co-host, Chris, the real deal Cormier. He's won more than 10 pro shows. He's a 4-time Ironman champion. Chris, you want to plug in your services one more time?
Hit me up. Hit me up on _Chris Cormier on Instagram. DM me.
This is Tarek Ogindi with Olympia Live. We'll see you next time.
Bye.